So the major difference between you and every other person we see out there is that you believed in yourself, and you credit this belief to how your mom raised you to believe in yourself. So
Yeah,
on.
my mom helped me believe in myself. She said that even when she was pregnant with me, that she used to see all these. She used to have dreams of big personalities.
Was your dad not there to support? What was it that happened?
I won't have to lie here. If I have to tell you honest truth, my dad wasn't there for me. My mom took it upon herself. That's sometimes you get to understand the bond between
Mother and child.
mothers and child. I don't like people sympathizing with me, if truth be told.
Okay.
Because when you
Okay.
sympathize with me, I just feel like I'm a lesser person or lesser man from you. The only difference is that I'm on crutches.
You said you enjoyed your school days. Did you have a proper social life? Did you interact more?
I didn't have a
Or-
social life.
You
Okay.
did or you didn't?
I didn't.
Hello, everyone. You're welcome back to another show on entertainment and culture on Libertas Network. I would love to appreciate you for always being on our side, watching our shows, interacting with our, episodes, commenting, liking, and all of that. So we want to give you a thumbs up and tell you to continue doing it. Keep sharing and keep, coming up. And we promise to keep giving you bangers upon bangers. And today we are going to do more than just giving you another banger. I have in the studio with me my co-host in the person of
Just so you know, it's Big Frank.
yeah, and don't forget it's the businessman. And we have someone with us in the house, Mr. Victor. I would give him the opportunity to introduce himself.
Well, my name is Victor Ibe. A writer, a realtor, and a public servant. It's nice being here. It's actually nice being here.
Yeah, sure.
So it's not often we get a guest that sounds so cool.
I mean, you're foreign accent in
You
Nigeria.
feel me? You feel me? It's a real
awesome.
time, a writer. That's so cool. It's nice to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Awesome.
So,
Taking it up from there, yeah, for sure. I mean, you have questions for him already.
all right, viewers, this is what is happening in this episode. So, Mr. Victor here, quote unquote, is disabled. And you can't tell that. In fact, I went through some of his written stuff, his books and articles he's written, and I couldn't tell. There is no way you can tell, of course. But we want to know your story, Mr. Victor. Why somehow most people who are disabled
Yeah.
are rather in the streets begging. And you've come this far. Did you get any exceptional help? What is it that aided you and enabled you to come this far, despite, quote unquote, again, disability you have?
Okay, thank you so much, Big Frank. I must say that there's a saying that there is ability in disabilities. And what brought me this far, it's the belief in myself. You know, at a point in time in life, you have to sit down and talk to yourself
Okay.
and decide on what to be as a person. Because somebody can actually tell you a million things and it goes over your head. But if you decide to be that thing, that's the only way you will be that thing, no matter how much somebody tells you about it.
So you're saying there was no exceptional aid, there was no sponsor that saw you and was like, okay, all your life I will take care of all your needs and just ensure you come out the best.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's just that I thank God for the kind of mother I have.
Okay.
She wasn't educated, but she understood or understands the importance of having a quality education. So all my life she ensured, because she used to tell me that she used to see people on the streets, the beggars on the streets in similar condition as I am.
Okay.
And they're going through hell. You understand that she doesn't want her own child to be like that, to pass through that road. So she did everything, as much as she doesn't have much, but she did everything within her power to give me a very quality education.
Okay.
And that is one of the reasons I am here today.
Awesome. Speaking of education, can you give us a rundown on your educational qualifications? Like how?
I am a BA, English and Literature, double major.
Awesome.
I studied in Anambra State University, now known as Chukwemeka Odumegu Ojukwu University,
Okay.
and I think that was where I got the best molding in life
Okay. Okay.
because I had the opportunity to be very close to some of my lecturers, not just as lecturer-student relationship, but as friends.
Okay.
So they actually helped me a lot.
Awesome.
You see, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this because I'm trying to bring you in direct comparison to
Yeah.
majority who are beggars, yes?
Okay.
And I'm trying to find what difference there is. You said you believe in yourself. What would you or who would you credit that belief to? What is the difference now? And you mentioned just your mother. Was your dad not there to support? Was it that happened?
I won't have to lie here. If I have to tell you honest truth, my dad wasn't there for me
For you
because
specifically? Because of
yeah,
disability?
everywhere he wasn't there. As a matter of fact, when this thing happened, he left. He left my mom because they thought I was gonna die because it
Okay.
was very complicated when it happened. I was just 3 when this happened, so
Oh, so it wasn't from birth, it was an accident or something?
it wasn't from birth. I think I was injected. It was an expired injection per se.
Oh my
You know
God.
that caused the
Oh
complications.
my God.
So, and my dad left,
Okay.
and my mom took it upon herself. That's sometimes you get to understand the bond between
Mother and child.
mothers and child. So, as much I was in that horrible condition, and she didn't let go of me. She said she was praying for just one thing. She told me that she was praying to God for this not to affect me mentally, like my brain.
Yes.
That I should still have my brain, even if it had to toy with my body, but I should have my brains intact. So, and God answered her prayers. So,
Yeah.
that's
So the major difference between you and every other person we see out there is that you believed in yourself and you credit this belief to how your mom raised you to believe in yourself. So
yeah.
on.
My mom helped me believe in myself. She said that even when she was pregnant with me, that she used to see all these. She used to have dreams of big personalities. So that kind of, helped her to that even when this thing stopped, when I went into this problem,
Yeah.
it didn't dissuade her at all because she believed that I'm going to amount to something in life, and
Interesting.
she's still having that belief till today.
Interesting.
Love of a mother.
So tell us, yeah, what have been the biggest challenges for you? Have there been limitations, or what limitations have you faced from people? What the opportunities have been denied you by people because of this? What would you say is the biggest challenges you've had? The biggest challenges rather.
Okay, I just want to skip when I went to NYSC,
Okay.
and I was posted to a school. And because I was posted there, you know what teaching demands? You have to stand for probably hours, and it's kind of tedious. So when I was posted to a school, and I brought in my posting letter to our local government, the LI, they used to call him. So when he saw the place I was posted, he looked at me and he saw I was on crutches. And he said, no. He said, what's your name again? I said, Victor. He said, no, you can't go to school. He's going to tear you down. He's going to wear you out because of your condition. Why don't you sit here with us in our local government and just come to work and go back? We don't have much doing here. I said, sir, I'm sorry, but I have to excuse myself in this.
Wait. You're saying that the challenge, the challenge, so the sympathy that he showed to help you is the challenge you're talking about here.
Yes, because I don't like people sympathizing with me, if truth be told.
Okay.
Because when you
Okay.
sympathize with me, I just feel like I'm a lesser person or lesser man from you. The only difference is that I'm on crutches.
This. Interesting.
Yes.
Don't you think it's a little bit of ego or
No, yeah, I think that this is the
No.
believing himself he's talking about.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
It's
Yeah,
not
talk
about
to
an
us.
ego. And I think this is one thing that helps you scale in life.
Okay.
So I just believe that I can do all things. That's it.
On this belief, did you reject the offer that the LI made?
Yes, I did.
You turned it down.
Yes, I turned it down because I was posted to a school.
And you insisted and you went to the school actually.
Yes, I
how,
did.
How was that for you? How was the experience? How did you cope?
It was quite tedious per se because I was taking all the classes, English and literature, JS1 to SS3. It was quite tedious, but at the end
The
it was
JS1
worth
to
it.
SS3, you were
S1 to
teaching.
SS3.
English, then SS1 to SS3, I was taking English and literature.
Wait, you are teaching the entire.
Like,
That's the entire school. I mean,
I
from
mean,
JS1 to SS3, you're teaching them.
Yes.
and you guys didn't have.
So hardly,
At the
or
time when he started getting to me, I met the principal of the school. I told her, ma'am, can we just have more hands?
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
The woman told me, I'm sorry, Copper Victor. The truth is that we work mainly with coppers in the school because we have limited resources to pay for workforce.
So prior to you
So
coming, they didn't have someone occupying the position.
that was when they told me that they always make use of coppers.
you get, so they shuffle them. They just
Yeah,
ensure
so
they
when
just
these
yeah,
ones are
once this
passing
one
out, another set is coming in.
Okay.
So there is no room for
Man, that is-
vacancies.
that
So
is
once
just
they're using
That's-
coppers, so
And you mentioned that you went for your NYSC.
yeah.
I'm asking out of curiosity now. Did you go for the camp or you just?
Yeah,
Jesus, so-
when I graduated and it was time for me to go to camp, I met a friend of mine who always, I was looking up to him because I think he was a lab science tech or something, lab scientist or
Or
something like
is he
that.
disabled as well?
The guy, no, he wasn't disabled. So he
Wow.
told me he took an exemption letter because of his age
Okay.
at that time.
Okay.
So why don't I do the same because I'm physically challenged? I said no way.
Shortcut.
That I'm going to go to camp. I'm going to have the experience. I'm going to come out. So that was how.
Stubborn.
And I was first of all
He's stubborn.
posted to.
He's stubborn.
I was posted to far north,
Okay.
Bauchi. Yes. So before I had to redeploy to Ogun State.
So
After
did you
my-
do the 3
after
weeks
my
camp?
3 weeks
Did-
camp,
You
yeah.
did that.
Yes, 3 weeks camping. And in the camp, I became very useful in camp because I had
Okay,
to
'cause I
join.
was about to ask you how the experience
Like how
was,
did
'cause
you?
really,
I was going to use the word. How
Yeah.
did you cope with that? Because
How?
I know camp is really is something.
yes.
Yeah. When I went to camp, I got a call from a friend, my very good friend.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have to mention her name, but
You carry on.
she was my very good friend, and she called me and said, Victor, make sure you join OBS crew, and OBS is Orientation Broadcasting
Okay, the
Service.
broadcasting.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay.
yes.
So I went there. There was a lot of people who want to join because they see that as escape route from parade, the incessant parades in
Yeah,
camp.
yeah, yeah.
So that was how I went there. I went for interviews. So they placed us on probation. So after like 3 sets of people, we were struck off. So about 20 of us went through, and I was among them.
Speaking of
Wait,
probation,
yeah,
like
20 of them, and then-
it's very
Do
intriguing.
you understand? Carry on with your question.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, like, you spoke of probation. How were you able to come about the idea that these people actually placed you on probation?
And how many
did you
people?
know?
How many guys? How many
Yeah.
were you guys that you still made it?
The truth is that I didn't even know we were on probation.
Okay.
You understand? They just were watching our attitude. They were weighing our interest. You understand how you come to the studio, the
Okay,
time,
yeah.
the interest, how you want to participate in what they are doing, and all that. So sometimes I even deny myself meal. I skip meals just to be in studio to work.
Regardless.
And one thing about OBS is that they have a preferential treatment in camp. They treat them like VIPs.
Okay.
You understand? Because once you have your tag
Yeah.
as an OBS member, you don't have to go to parade. The
I mean,
soldiers
that's why
won't.
people
The
would
soldiers
flock to,
won't.
yeah.
So people had that mentality, and they came in number. You understand? Because they want to escape from the parades and all that.
And somehow you still made it
Yes, I
above
did.
this crowd that came. Do you somehow think it's perhaps the empathy that made you get shortlisted to the final?
No
level?
way. It wasn't. They saw the ability. They saw what I was to
You
bring
actually
to the
worked hard.
table.
You said it's
I
keep
worked
meals. You worked
hard
hard
for
for
it.
Okay.
I worked very hard for it. If it was, they had no reason to shortlist someone who's on crutches. They had no reason for that. But because they saw something and I worked for it, so that was why I was shortlisted. Yes.
Okay, okay. This is what we're going to do because I am not trying to just make the comparisons again now because we look as though I'm just being upon hearing you I even see you working harder than some of us who do not have disabilities, and you are making a name for yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
he was raised by almost single-handedly by your mother,
Yes.
if not so.
Yes.
And that alone is a challenge.
Yeah.
And now being physically challenged as well, and you're able to pull through. This is just marvelous. What I want to know now is your career in life. How have you been surviving? What have you been doing after the NYSC? Did you get jobs? How did you get jobs? Were there
I
discriminations from interviews?
I roamed the streets of Lagos, drenched one day in my suit, where I was looking for a job. It was that difficult. So, and at the time, I began to, get depressed because
Okay.
when I was in school, our lecturers told us that once you know what you're doing, the society will smile at you at the end of the day once you're a graduate. But they lied to us. You understand? So I started looking for jobs, and when the jobs, I started making contact with people that I know that they're in position to give me jobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I met Coscharis, I met them in person, people I know that they were going to give me jobs, but
Yeah.
they didn't have jobs to offer me. As bad as it may look, they didn't have jobs to offer me. So I know,
Wow.
Victor, this is now on you. You have to work your way out of this. So I started applying for schools on my CV. I studied English, literature. I can actually teach. So I worked with different schools in Ogun State and Lagos.
But like speaking of
I can remember one of the schools when I wanted to leave. I tendered my resignation letter. The
Yeah.
principal threw it back at me and said, "I'm not going."
He didn't want you to leave.
exactly.
Yes, she didn't want me to leave.
Okay,
The
she didn't
students
want
were
you to leave.
crying when they learned I was leaving.
Well, prior to you getting
That's
a job,
excellent
like
right
how
there.
many rejections did you have while you were looking for a job?
Sometimes you go to, but they tell you we're not recruiting. We're
Okay.
not recruiting. We're not recruiting. Drop your CVs. When we need you, we'll call you.
And then
No,
eventually-
that's like the
So even when the
regular-
school
yeah.
called me, it was the CV I dropped a long time that they probably picked. And
So that
said,
means they
And you
actually
already
meant it.
gave
It
up.
wasn't
Yes.
because of your disability. They meant it that
yeah.
they weren't
Okay.
taking
But the
people.
thing is, there are no jobs in the country. There are no jobs. People say it that time, and I was like, oh, but I had the experience that actually there were no
Jobs,
jobs.
yeah.
Your school days. Let's touch that a little bit. How did you cope with school and then studies? And in fact, I'm asking this as though this is a limitation. You're answering as though it's not even there, like it never existed.
You could feel the mindset.
Yeah, my concern is how are you able to live normally?
Yeah.
And in all you're saying now, you're not pointing out, okay, I tried to do this, but I wasn't able to do this because of my condition. So school was just cool for you, like every other person.
I enjoyed my university because I went in there with the mentality that the people that are physically able-bodied, there is no difference between me and them.
No, okay, were you bullied, even if it's not physically, but were you bullied for it? Were you, did they make jest of you for your condition? Did that happen?
I don't think so, but I just feel that certain conditions or situations might arise and they might say, Victor, I'm sorry you cannot do this. You have to wait while
Okay.
others
Okay.
do that because of your condition.
Do you remember any of those situations?
If it's a warrant a place that probably they have to choose some people, do some kind of things
Okay.
that will, require, walking, lifting, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They will say, Victor, so you might be able to do it, but we're sorry, no, you can't do this.
Why would you want to do something that requires such work, walking, lifting?
Because I live alone and I do my things. I cook, I clean, I
Awesome.
do stuff,
Awesome.
and nobody helps me. I'm single, I'm not even married. So to say, okay, it's my wife probably that's doing everything for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do those things.
Now you said you enjoyed your school days. Did you have a proper social life? Did you interact more?
I didn't have a
Well,
social life.
You
Okay.
did or you didn't?
I didn't.
Yet you enjoyed
why?
your school days.
Yes, I didn't have a social life in the sense that there were a lot of workloads.
Okay.
As a student of English and literature, we have a lot to read. You understand? And I didn't have a social life because I don't have money to sort lecturers. So
You had to study.
I had
You
to study.
do the work.
So that deprived me of my social life. In as much as I have friends who go to
Yeah.
night parties, clubs, and stuff like that. But they had the money. So I knew where I was coming from. You understand? So I had to advise myself, Victor, if you go with this crowd, you will drown. So
Meanwhile, he has the option of playing the pity party thing
Yeah,
and
he
getting
chose
his
not
way
to.
into, and
Mhm.
instead, he'd rather choose doing the work.
Yeah.
See people. I mean, you sought opportunities to prove your worth and do the
I
work.
had a horrible experience
Okay.
with my 300 level second semester.
Okay.
There is this course, it's a linguistic course, and the man that takes us these linguistic courses always wants you to sort his course, whether you write well or you don't.
Okay.
I won't have to call his name.
Of course, he would have given you a pass.
Yeah, so
Did he give you a pass?
Did he give you?
and the course happens to be 3 credit unit course.
Interesting.
You understand? So
Yeah.
I wrote the course, I studied very hard, I wrote the course, and the result came out, and he gave me D and E in both. And you know what it can do to your GP.
Yeah.
You understand? So I came back to school. I had a call. I said, Victor, please, the result is out. I have to come and check. So when I came back, I checked my result, because that time they used to paste it in on notice board, so you go and check your result. So I came, I saw it, and I was down. For the first time in university, I felt depressed because I worked hard for this.
Okay.
Did the lecturer know you were you? Did he know that you
Or-
were
He
knew.
Victor?
He
So he
knew.
knew.
You know,
and
some
he
people
knew-
were
was
like,
aware.
some people were like, Victor, this guy could have given you F, but just
Okay.
because he knew that it would be so obvious if he gave you an F, that's why he
Okay,
gave
that
you
was
D.
good.
No,
Yeah,
wait.
and
No, I'm
he-
asking. Like, he knows your condition.
He knows.
So he knew
He knew
that
Victor.
you are the victim.
This is a lecturer that I would drink with in the staff canteen. We had a very good relationship with him.
What?
Okay.
Yes, he knew.
And you never gave him money because I mean,
Because
one of the reasons why-
because he needs money, and
Yeah.
I don't believe in sorting personally.
Mhm.
You understand?
So what happened from there? Yes, when you saw that.
So when I saw that, I got depressed. I called one of the lecturers I looked at as a mentor. He's a professor now.
All right.
So I called him. He said I should come to his office. So when I went to his office, he said, "Look, Vic, this shouldn't deter you. I know who you are. I know the ability you have. I know you are smart and you are intelligent. As long as I'm concerned in my own course, I will not be giving you anything less than A, because I've watched it. I didn't even know that this guy was watching me. He was noticing me.
Yeah.
You understand? I didn't even know that he knows that I'm intelligent and stuff like that. So when he made that promise, that was it.
Yeah.
So there was no room for negotiation with this other lecturer to
just had to take it
reconsider and do something about the D&E. It was just like that because you didn't sort him.
When the result comes out, it's all out. Nothing can be done. They will always tell you
Okay.
the result is out. Nothing can be done about it.
Interesting.
So that's
Interesting.
it.
Would you say that that's the lowest point you've ever been, not just as a student, but for this one is not even the fault of your disability. I'm asking now for because of your disability.
not.
What have been your lowest? what have been your
Sometimes I
lowest
can
point?
feel that people don't even look at me as if I'm disabled.
Yes, no. If we hadn't been discussing
Yeah.
this as a topic now, no, I wouldn't.
Because
There is
that
no
lecturer
reason.
would have been looking at me, seen me as someone who's disabled. He wouldn't have done that.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
point. That's what I was trying.
Yes.
That's what I
So,
was trying to
but-
say.
but
He
don't
should
you
have.
say that
If
it's
he
I
because of
think
the
I think
way
it's because of the ability I have.
Yeah,
the way you
you
present
present
yourself,
yourself.
yes.
The way I presented myself,
Yeah.
I didn't attract that empathy
Yeah.
or whatever from him. That was what made him say,
So it'll be like,
this
okay,
Victor.
this is one of.
He's a very regular.
Mhm.
So
You know
that's
that.
it.
I because if I say he should be giving you preferential treatment now, that you wouldn't be comfortable with
wouldn't.
that, obviously.
Mhm.
But regardless, seeing that
Even
what
when
you
the
do is
lecturer
wrong,
promised me that he
You
would be
still-
giving me an A, that
still
was
bank on
instead
it.
of making me to relax,
You still
it
went
motivated
all in.
me to do more.
Bro.
Because when I went back home, I thought if I relax in this man's course, it would be like, oh, it's because I made this guy a
A
promise.
promise. Okay.
So I just have to do as if that promise doesn't exist or didn't exist,
Okay.
and work the way I used to work.
I want to ask you something. Yeah, I have two questions.
And I have
The fir-
one for you too.
The question I have first is, okay, answer this one first. If you weren't educated, do you think you still have this mindset? Do you think you'd still be working? Or do you think you only made this escape because you are opportune to go to school?
Before I went to school, I already made up my mind that I'm gonna be useful. That I'm not gonna let this deter me or inhibit my progress in life. You
Okay.
understand? Even if I was to learn a skill, I would have given it my all. I used to tell my friends that whatever I do, I used to
I
tell
don't know. I don't doubt it.
I used to tell my
Yeah,
friends that whatever I do, I always want to be the best. Even where I'm working now in the office, anytime I'm not at work, they'll always know I'm not at work. As a matter of fact, for the past few weeks, because my confidential secretary went on leave, she has been on leave, and I had to work as a makeshift confidential secretary, which has not been my field, but I was doing it perfectly well. So
So it's not the school was not the escape. It's all here. It's all the mindset.
it's
You have
in
the
the
mindset.
mind,
Yeah.
yes.
I wanted to ask if you didn't have the opportunity, say your mom wasn't able to, put you through school, what would have been your second option?
My second option would have probably to learn a skill, maybe how to make shoes,
Okay.
maybe.
So you've considered before
Yeah,
making shoes. Okay.
Even after I came out from school, I was considering how to go and learn how to make shoes
Okay.
because I know that some of our locally made shoes are selling. You understand? They are selling very well. So I was considering that, but I didn't have my job didn't give me that time,
To yeah.
to venture into that. So I resorted to something I can also be doing, and I was like, what can I be doing and still be working and still be earning extra cash?
Yeah.
I resorted into writing.
Writing.
Mm.
Interesting. He used.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
he.
The second question I have.
And writing is a skill too.
Yes, it is a skill.
Yes, it's a
It is a
skill.
skill.
A
Of course,
crazy one.
it's a skill.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what would you say had been your lowest point? Lowest point being denial, a limitation that this disability have caused you, and where it really almost tore you down. And it made you feel devastated. It denied you something that
I
really
have two
caused you.
cases. The lowest point I'm having is because I've not made the kind of money I want.
Okay.
Yes, and the second.
Is it because of
and
the way
disability
you said
or
it,
because of
bro.
the hard work?
I don't know whether it's because of disability, but I know that I'm going to
Okay.
get there.
A lot of us,
Okay.
a lot of us are there.
Yes.
Actually,
So
a lot of Nigerians are there. Don't get the kind of money they want. Yeah.
I don't think the school I went to has given me the kind of money and the
You've
suffering
not-
I passed through.
Okay.
I have not
You're really
earned.
putting your all for
Yeah,
it.
you
Yeah.
understand. And the second one, it's my relationship life
Oh.
took a different toll because of my condition.
Can
You
you please
understand?
Tell me about it.
throw more light on that relationship part?
There is this girl, I was friends with. So we were talking, we are catching up. It's normal thing in relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
So, when it got to that point of, are you gonna be my girlfriend? Started telling the person my dreams and aspirations and all that. So when I talked to her, she told me that she cannot be my girlfriend because I'm physically challenged.
That was blunt.
So
That was blunt.
I didn't blame her for her honesty. She was just being honest. But me as a person,
Yeah, you felt hurt.
it tore me down.
Okay.
I got depressed.
Exactly, because I wanted to ask you, apart from the time that you
So,
had
but
issues in school.
I started talking to one of my friends too,
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Mhm.
So Cynthia started talking to me. Say, Victor, you don't have to feel that way. That you are better than a lot of people. You're doing good for yourself. You don't have to let anybody. That your own will come. A woman who loves you. Stuff like that. So that I was depressed. For the first time, I understood what depression feels like.
Apart from the time that you had issues in school.
Apart from the
And
time
that
I had it.
can you even compare both?
You can't even
You
compare
you can't
that.
even compare
You can't
both.
even
I think
compare
you
both.
compare. You can't compare both.
But
Okay.
aside the lady, have you been turned down on multiple cases when you approach?
Or have you successfully been
have
in a
you?
relationship
Yeah.
before
Apart
then?
from that, yeah. Have
Was she going to be your first, or you'd been in a relationship before? Before her?
She was my first, but since then I've not had. The only relationship I had that just took a different toll to was the person I'm supposed to get married to. So, but that's in a different case because,
Okay.
some people are very spiritual, and me too. I'm kind of spiritual. So, she said she prayed and God told her that I'm not the person for her. So that one's a different case.
Okay.
But you guys, you guys,
But you
had
guys had
plans
the
to marry. She
chemistry, like
had
you
accepted.
guys
Okay.
Yes, she
Okay.
knew. She knew.
Wow.
Wow.
And you're not planning on getting on a relationship anytime soon, or you're taking a break?
For now, I'm taking a break. Yeah, I'm taking a break because there are some things that when it hits you, you just have to go for a breather. Get a breather first and then come back stronger. You go back, rejuvenate, and then you come back stronger.
Wow, that is hard. It's a hard pill to swallow because I'm thinking of it now. What remedy would I have been? Okay, at least you know best. You know best. Let's move on from there. Unless you have other things to talk about your relationship, is there? That's all of it.
Not at all.
Good. I have this very important question. We're getting to the conclusion of this episode. Is there any advice you have for other disabled people on how they would leverage on their disability and see it as an advantage, other than them asking for alms and begging? So is there any other way they could leverage on this, see it as an advantage instead of seeing it as a disadvantage that would run them to beg?
Yeah, I can say that one thing they should do is to keep showing up. Because there are this stuff, there's what we call skill acquisition. And as somebody who is physically challenged, you can learn a skill.
Okay.
You can do something for yourself.
And can they leverage on disability while doing that? And is there a way they can earn from, they can earn other favor or anything instead
Sure.
of begging?
Sure. Do you know that probably if I'm to learn how to make shoes now,
Okay.
and I approach the person and the person sees I'm physically challenged, the person will give me more attention.
Okay.
Number one, the person is going to cut the fees. Then the person will give me more attention than somebody who is able-bodied. You understand?
Sure.
Okay.
sure,
Yes.
sure.
You know
I agree
that.
with that. I agree with that.
There's something happened to me when I got my first job after my NYSC. I applied in a school.
As a teacher as well.
Yes, as a teacher.
Okay.
I applied in a
Okay.
school. And when I went to the school, the principal of the school was not on sit. You understand? He went out. So I met the vice principal. And when I came in, the way the woman looked at me,
Of course.
and he said, we exchanged pleasantries and I introduced myself, I dropped my CV. I said, I'm looking for a job. She was like, okay, from your CV, you studied English and we are in need of English teacher.
Okay.
Okay. He said, okay, but what the truth now is that the principal is not around, so you have to go. When the principal comes, I'll call you. So I was excited, because from the way she talked to me, I was like, probably I'm going to make headway. I'm going to have a breakthrough in this particular job. So when I got home, after about 30 minutes, my phone rang, and it was the school. The vice principal was like, Mr. Victor, please, can you come back? The principal is around now. So I dressed up, I went to the school, and the principal saw me and was like, you have the job. I was like, sir,
Okay.
are you serious?
Okay.
I was excited. I said, sir, are you serious? He said, for the fact that I'm physically challenged and I went to school
Yeah.
and I'm trying to do something for myself, that gives me an edge already. So that gave me an edge.
Yeah.
You understand? So, but he would like to see how I'm going to go about it. So he suggested I do micro teaching. You know what micro teaching is? When they have to test you with a class.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, you have to
And
teach.
they observe your performance and
So
stuff.
yes, and they observe your performance and stuff.
Yeah.
So when he gave me an SS2 class. So when I got into the class, I introduced myself to the students, and the way the students
Yes,
were looking
yes,
at me
yeah,
first, but I didn't want to. I wasn't seeing myself in that light. The
Okay.
way they were looking at me, I don't want to see myself. I was seeing myself as a normal person. I introduced the topic I wanted to teach. I started teaching. I didn't teach up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
The principal called me off and said, come. Said, you got a job.
So it's not just about it's not just.
And funny enough,
empathy.
when I ended, the students started clapping. I was,
Okay.
who asked me? Who asked you?
Yeah, they believe
So-
they saw
so-
something.
So it's not just
So-
empathy; it's also the hard work. It pays off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
Yeah.
It does.
And you already said if you want to learn a skill, they can leverage on it, being that they are most likely to be favored
Yes.
and be taught
Yes.
above. This is just wonderful.
It's awesome.
This
Yes.
is a very nice
your,
piece of advice.
Your story is one that, if you had to look at it, we wouldn't like find any reason not to push for more in life.
Yeah.
You're an encouragement.
I'm not there yet, so I'm still pushing myself.
No, that's the
I mean,
mentality.
the mindset is
He's
every
still
single
pushing.
day.
Yeah.
And you have a job right now, yes?
Yes, I'm working right now.
You're working and you're still
Just like
pushing
I said
everything.
earlier when I was introducing myself, I'm
Okay.
into real estate,
Yeah.
All right.
and I'm a writer too,
Awesome.
and also working with Anambra State government.
Okay, speaking of writing, do you
Wow.
have books online that people could like reach out to? Say you want to read.
Yes, I've not really put the book online yet,
Okay.
but I'll do that subsequently.
Okay.
Alright.
Yes, I just have the hard copies.
All right. Okay. So, one more question.
All
Say
right.
two more. Yeah. We were just from track a conversation, so we had to get to a point where it really touched me, and I wanted
Okay.
to know if there is anything the community can do for people that have disabilities to encourage them to really be themselves and have the kind of mindset that you have to push for more in life.
One thing about this life is that whether you were disabled or you were not, you shouldn't let anyone talk down on you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you talk down on people, it affects their self-esteem.
Sure.
You understand? Just like when you're body shaming somebody, the self-esteem it's
It's
affected.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same thing when you see someone who is physically challenged.
Challenges, yeah.
You don't treat them as if they are not humans. You give them that welcoming spirit. You encourage them. You understand? You don't make them feel marginalized, because what I have experienced is that once you are physically challenged, people tend to marginalize you.
Okay.
You know, they might not know they are doing that.
Oh, they
To
might
some
not know they're
extent.
doing it.
To some extent, but they're actually doing it because you'll be feeling the receptiveness coming from them, from what they are maybe in their communications with you, or the way they are looking at you, or the way they are acting towards you.
Okay.
You understand? So the society should learn to, give them that that encouragement,
Encouragement, yeah.
and help them know that this is not a limitation.
Obviously, yeah.
That this is not a limitation, that there is ability in every disability.
No, you're an encouragement, obviously.
He's a proof.
You're a proof that it
Yes.
works. It works. And if you create that kind of environment, they will still have more opportunities to be themselves.
And even beyond, he's not just working.
Yeah.
He's into real estate. He works for the government, and he's a writer.
Writes too.
He has diversified his sources of income. So
Yeah.
he's showing that he works hard.
Yeah.
That's just amazing.
Speaking of writing, can you, throw more light about your writing journey? If you have books online and stuff like that, can you let us
Okay, yeah, I had my first published work last year.
Okay.
Okay.
Last year
I
that
believe
sold
this.
massively.
Yeah.
And this is the book.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Wow.
hard copy of the book is
Wow.
a collection of short stories.
Awesome.
Okay.
Actually,
Awesome.
Real stories.
short stories, a blend of fiction and real life
Okay.
situations. You understand? And it has different stories in it. And this is something I wrote out of the inspiration I got from the society, existing as a human, from my family, from my friends, from people I've mingled with. I gather them together and put them in a book.
So it's a must read.
And I also talked about the prevailing circumstances in
Wow.
the society, just like failed marriages, unemployment,
Wow.
and all whatnot. The book
Wow.
is actually rich, and I still have more coming.
Okay.
Still have more coming.
So how does
Awesome.
one get it? If viewers, how
Now
do they
it's
get it?
not. I'm gonna put it online, but now it's not available
Okay, online for
online.
now.
Yeah, but anybody that needs the copy of this book I can actually send it. You can actually get it online.
Okay.
And it's also comes in hard copy too if you need a hard copy.
Awesome.
On that, You all should go through this. I have read through some of the pages as we were talking before we started talking, and it's a must read. You should go through it. His handles are going to be tagged under this video, so you can get the book online. Just send a message. You want to get this book and you will get it. So you see, you dive into the mind of Mr. Victor himself, and that mind is what you should dive into, seeing how resilient he is.
The mind,
he's working hard. Yeah. He is working hard. So let this video be an encouragement to everybody who is feeling discouraged because they feel like they're handicapped one way or the other. You should know that you're not handicapped, you're handicapable. Yes?
Yeah.
And share this video, watch this video, advise somebody, show this video to your friends, subscribe, follow, like, comment, do all you're supposed to do, not just to support us, but to support the people who are going to watch this. It's been a lovely time with you, Mr. Victor.
Thank you, Big Frank.
And it's been
nice
a
to
lovely
be
time
here.
Yeah, it's an
Nice
honor
to
to
be
have
here.
you,
Thank you
honestly.
for coming.
And our viewers, this is what we do for you because we love you. Peace.